Hey, silent warriors, is your desk cluttered with work? Are you tired, confused, and feeling like you're losing control of your life? You may be fighting something that's not really in your control, but what if you could use your inner strength to conquer this chaos? Stoic philosophy can teach you how to regain control and get things done with a calm mind. And today, we'll discuss 3 key things that will keep you on track, inspired by Stoic practices. Number 1, focus on control, the foundation of peace of mind and the key to productivity. When life gets overwhelming, we often feel disoriented. It feels like everything is spinning out of control. This feeling not only reduces our productivity, but also causes stress and anxiety. This is when the Stoic principle of focusing on what is within our control comes into play. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, said, "Some things are within our control, and some things are not." He emphasized that our happiness and peace of mind depend on how well we understand this distinction and focus on the things we can control instead of worrying about the things we can't control. For example, the mood of your boss at work, whether the stock price will rise or fall in the market, or how efficiently the other members of your team will perform, are all things that are not directly under your control. The more you worry about these things, the more your peace of mind will be disrupted. On the other hand, how much effort you put into your work, how you use your time, your attitude, what tasks you prioritize, and how you respond to difficult situations are all under your control. Real-world example. Suppose you are working on a big project with a tight deadline. You know that you have a lot to do to finish the project on time, and its success depends largely on your team members. In this situation, if you get frustrated with the quality of your team members' work, or get angry at your boss's unexpected demands, you will only waste your valuable energy. Instead, the Stoic perspective teaches you to focus on your own work and responsibilities. Focus on how best you can do your part. Whether it's your coding, writing, or data analysis, strive to perfect it. Control your reactions. When a problem arises, e.g. a team member didn't finish on time, you are in control of how you react. Will you get frustrated and lash out, or will you calmly seek solutions? Improve your communication skills. Focus on what you can do to communicate effectively with your team. Are you giving clear direction? Are you helping as needed? This Epictetus quote reminds us that even when we feel like we are victims of circumstances, we still have the most powerful weapon in our hands, our own choices and freedom to respond. The relationship between Stoic philosophy and modern mental health. Many of the techniques taught for stress management and well-being today come from this Stoic principle. Therapeutic approaches, such as cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, also teach people to recognize and control their thoughts and reactions, which is directly inspired by the Stoic concept of the dichotomy of control. When you understand what is in your control and what is not, your attention is not unnecessarily distracted. You direct your energy in a direction that is possible to change. As a result, you not only remain mentally calm, but also increase your performance. You worry less and become more productive. 3 practical strategies for you. 1. Create a control list. Take a piece of paper and make 2 columns. I have control, and I do not have control. Write down everything that is worrying you about your workload or your current situation, and put it in the appropriate column. You will see that many unnecessary worries will disappear from your mind. 2. Mindful pause. When you encounter a difficult situation or start to suffer from excessive workload, take a conscious pause for 30 seconds. During this time, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what is in my control right now? What can I do about this? 3. Practice proactive response. When something happens that is not under your control, practice responding consciously, without being quick to react emotionally. For example, if an email comes in that throws your plans off track, first calm yourself down, then think about how you can adapt to this new information. I'm focusing my energy on the things that are within my control. I am calm, focused, and effective. Takeaway message. From this point, we learned how important it is to calm yourself down and realize what is within my control to achieve peace of mind and peak performance in work. This saves us from unnecessary worry and directs our energy in the right direction. Have you ever been in a situation in your work life where it felt like everything was out of your control? How did you then bring your focus back to the things that were within your control? Share your experience in the comments. Number 2, assess the importance of tasks and prioritize them. The path to success through well-thought-out action. When we hear the phrase, too much work, we often picture a mountain in our minds, which seems impossible to climb. We often try to finish everything at once and end up not being able to do any of it well. Stoic philosophy gives us a very practical solution here. Choose the important tasks and focus your energy on them. Marcus Aurelius, who was both a Roman emperor and a Stoic philosopher, repeatedly mentioned in his personal diary, Meditations, how life is easier when you avoid unnecessary tasks. He would write, leave aside the tasks that are not urgent. This does not mean that you should avoid your responsibilities, but rather that you should learn which tasks are most consistent with your goals and values. Real-life example. Let's say you have 10 tasks on your desk. One is to prepare an important presentation for a client that is due tomorrow. Another is to sort out old files, or to fulfill a small request from a colleague that is due today. If you treat all tasks as equally important, your attention will be scattered. You may waste a lot of time sorting out old files, while the client's presentation remains incomplete. The Stoic perspective teaches you to identify your main goal. What is your long-term goal? Which tasks will help you most to reach that goal? Urgent versus important. Using a method like the Eisenhower matrix, you can divide your tasks into 4 categories: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. Stoics generally encourage prioritizing tasks that are important but not urgent, such as long-term planning, skill development, and urgent and important, such as client presentations. Learn to say no. Your time and energy are limited. When you can say no to less important tasks, you are actually saying yes to your most important tasks. It's a difficult habit, but Stoics believe that self-control and prudence improve the quality of our lives. The ancient Greek philosopher Zeno, the founder of Stoic philosophy, also said that life is a short journey, and to get the most out of it, each step must be carefully considered. Working haphazardly wastes our energy and time. Problem-solving and increased productivity. When you prioritize your tasks, you can significantly reduce stress. You don't feel like you're running around getting nowhere. Each completed important task gives you a sense of accomplishment, which boosts your confidence and prepares you for the next step. It teaches you that it is possible to achieve more with less if those tasks are right and are important. 3 practical strategies for you. 1. Identify the 3 most important tasks of your day every morning. Don't start anything else until these 3 tasks are completed. This will help you stay focused. 2. Proactive elimination. Review your to-do list once a week and ask, which tasks will eliminating or postponing not detract from my main goal? You'd be surprised how many tasks are actually unnecessary. 3. Momentum building. Start your day with the most difficult or important task. Eating this big frog will make the rest of the day's tasks seem easier, and you can go through the rest of the day with a positive mental energy. Affirmation. I judiciously judge the importance of my work and direct my valuable time and energy towards the most important tasks. I am productive and purposeful. From this point, we learned that hard work alone is not enough to overcome the mountain of work. But it is essential to organize tasks wisely and prioritize the most important tasks. This relieves us of unnecessary stress and puts us firmly on the path to success. Have you ever deliberately crossed out or said no to some tasks from your to-do list because they were not helpful in achieving your main goal? What was the result? Share your experience in the comments. Number 3, live in the present moment and let go of karmic thoughts. The path to liberation and wholeness. When the pile of work piles up around us, we often become restless with thoughts of future outcomes. What if this project doesn't succeed? What if I miss the deadline? What if my boss doesn't like my work? Such thoughts poison our current efforts and destroy our peace of mind. The Stoics saw this thinking as a trap because the outcome is often beyond our control. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, repeatedly mentioned that we should focus only on the present moment. He reminded us that we can only control this moment. The past is gone, and the future has not yet arrived. Excessive focus on future outcomes robs us of our present performance and joy. Real-life example. Imagine you are writing an important report. If your mind is constantly preoccupied with future thoughts, such as the final response to the report, or whether it will lead to your promotion, you will not be able to do the current writing task properly. Your attention will be distracted, the likelihood of making mistakes increases, and you will not be able to enjoy the writing process. Instead, the Stoic perspective teaches you to focus on effort, not results. Invest all your energy and attention in your current task. Focus on how you are writing each sentence, analyzing each piece of data. Focus on doing your best, rather than worrying about what the outcome will be. Karma is an external factor. Stoics believe that outcomes, such as success, failure, praise, criticism, are not directly under our control. They are an indifferent or neutral factor. Our moral duty is to do our best and then let the outcome take its own course. Embrace the present moment. See each task as an opportunity to improve your skills and improve yourself. When you are fully immersed in the task at hand, you experience a kind of flow state where time and worries disappear and you become one with your work. Epictetus taught his students that an archer can only control the process of shooting an arrow at the target. He does not have complete control over where the arrow will hit. His job is to aim the arrow correctly and shoot it with full force. Thoughts of the outcome can distract him from the process of shooting the arrow. Problem solving and mental liberation. When you start working in the present moment without thinking about the outcome, a huge burden is lifted from you. You can work without stress because your success becomes measured by your efforts, not the results. It frees you from the fear of failure and gives you the courage to try new things. You start to see each task as a learning opportunity, which makes you more stable and confident. 3 practical strategies for you. 1. Single tasking. When you are working on a task, avoid multitasking. Put your phone away, close other tabs, and focus solely on that task. If your mind wanders to the future, gently bring it back to the present. 2. Outcome. Bracketing. Before starting a task, tell yourself, I will do my best on this task. Whatever the outcome, I am ready to accept it. This will free you from overthinking the outcome. 3. Gratitude practice. At the end of the day, thank yourself for the efforts you made. Instead of focusing on the outcome, be grateful for the opportunity to do the task and the effort you have. This will help you maintain a positive mindset. I am fully present in the present moment. I focus on my efforts and accept the outcome with mindfulness. I am free and calm. From this point, we learned how important it is to live in the present moment and let go of the thought of the outcome, to cope with the pressures of work, and find deep joy and satisfaction in every task. This frees us from unnecessary worries and increases our efficiency. Have you ever had an experience where you completely focused on your current task, leaving aside the thought of the outcome? What was that work experience like, and did you enjoy it more? Share your experience in the comments. Today, we saw how these 3 powerful pillars of Stoic philosophy, focus on control, judgment, and prioritization of work, and living in the present moment and letting go of the consequences, can keep you grounded and energized, even in the midst of a mountain of work. Remember, even if chaos is external, your inner peace and productivity are in your hands. Awaken your inner philosopher, for you have the power to steer your life in the right direction. Now is the time to awaken your inner wisdom. If you enjoyed this journey, show your support by giving this video a like. Join our Stoic community by commenting below on your favorite Stoic practice. Share this video to spread this message of light to those who are lost in life's challenges. And for more such deep insights, subscribe to our channel, because the path to self-control and wisdom begins here.